registered nurse. In this video, I'm going to explain about CV. It's called cerebrovascular accident and we'll call it as stroke, S-T-R-O-K-E, stroke. And we can call it as paralysis also. So, cerebrovascular accident is a medical term of a stroke. A stroke is when blood flow to a part of a brain is stopped either by a blockage or the rupture of a blood vessel. So if there is any block in the blood vessel, like any blood clot or a plaque or any damage to the blood vessel happens, so the blood will come out of the blood vessel. So whenever this happens, they can get brain stroke. The blood rich in oxygen cannot reach the brain cells and cells begin to die. So the area where the oxygen supply is cut, the area will be get damaged. And next, coming to the types of stroke. So first one is ischemic stroke, second one hemorrhagic stroke, and third one TIA. It's called transient ischemic attack and we'll call it as mini stroke. Or we can tell as risk factors. So in this diagram we can see the clot happened in the blood vessel and the blood flow is stopped and it's coming reverse, it's coming back flow. So this is called ischemic stroke. So this ischemic stroke is caused due to embolism or thrombosis. So what is meant by embolism? It is called a clot has left a part of a body and travel to the brain, which stops blood flow. So whenever this clot blocks the blood vessel, there is a stoppage in the blood flow. So this condition we will see in atrial fibrillation. Another one is thrombosis. Thrombosis will be happen when clot forms within the artery wall in the neck or brain. So whenever there is a clot formation in the blood vessel which is supplying blood to the neck and brain, so this condition we can see in hyperlipidemia or atherosclerosis. In this diagram we can see that hemorrhagic stroke. So in this, leakage of blood is happening and the rupture of the blood vessel. So whenever there is a rupture in the blood vessel, blood comes out of the blood vessel and there is a swelling also. So hemorrhagic stroke is caused due to bleeding in the brain due to a break in the blood vessel. So what happens, this leads to no blood supply to the brain cells and excessive swelling also happens at the leakage area in the brain. So this is called hemorrhagic stroke. Not only this, we have another causes also, that is burst of a brain aneurysm. If there is aneurysm in the brain, if that got burst, so the blood also comes out of the blood vessel. And next one is uncontrolled hypertension. So if the person is having uncontrolled hypertension, it means the normal range is 120 by 80 mm of Hg, but it crosses like a 140 by 90 and the spike reaches to 190 to 200 mm of Hg. So it may leads to hemorrhagic stroke. And next one is old age. So the people who have old age like above 50 to 60 years of age may mainly prone to this brain stroke. Okay, and coming to third one, it is transient ischemic attack. We'll call it as mini stroke. So this mini stroke lasts for few minutes to hours, which is a warning sign of a possible brain stroke in the future. So if this mini stroke we see in any person, so we have to be very careful and take precautions to reduce the risk in the future stroke. And coming to brain function and anatomy, so you know that brain blood supplies to the brain by carotid and vertebral arteries. So brain has specific functions in the area which helps in the movement of the body. Functions of the brain, so I told you, know, there are the functions which are separate for the two hemispheres. So what are the functions right hemisphere do is memory recall, music and art, making judgment calls, reasoning means understanding jokes, so decision making, solve problems whichever we face in our daily life. And not only that, emotions, showing emotions and attention, and controls the left side of the body. So always you should understand right side of the brain controls the left side of the body and left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. Okay, and left hemisphere functions speaking, writing, reading, planning and calculating. Math skills, calculation, so these are all done by the left hemisphere. If we see any disturbances or anything the person is not doing properly, we can identify the either it's a right side injury or the left side injury. Coming to the right side brain injury, so whenever right side of brain injury happens to the person, so left side of the body will be affected, left side weakness, we'll call it as hemiplegia. So here I want to tell you, hemiplegia is one side of the body paralyzed is called hemiplegia, and half of the upper side of the body or lower side of the body, half of the body is paralyzed is called paraplegia. So if four limb effect is called quadriplegia. Okay, and hemiparesis is different from hemiplegia. So hemiparesis is only just a little weakness of the body. So hemiplegia is total paralysis, so total dysfunction of the body parts. That is half side. And monoplegia is there. Monoplegia is only leg or arm, and loss of perception, poor decision making, and cannot concentrate on one topic while talking. So whenever they're talking on single topic, their mind will divert and they cannot concentrate on what topic they are and where they are going. So this all confusion will happen. Not only that, they have confusion about date, time and place. So they can't tell us what is the date, time and where they are present at the present situation. So this all confusion happens when there is right side brain injury. They unable to recognize the relatives, even they can't recognize their relatives, and loss of creativity in music, arts, etc. And they won't see the left sided thing. And coming to left side brain injury, so whenever left side brain injury happens, right side hemiplegia occurs. So right side hemiplegia is right side of the body is paralyzed. So there is aphasia. Aphasia means unable to speak, and depression, anger, frustration and unable to read and write correctly. So other one is memory power will be weak, very weak. They can't remember the situations whatever happened before the injury, and won't see the right sided things. Signs and symptoms, we can tell in the medical term aphasia. Aphasia is unable to speak. We can see different types in the different people. So first one is receptive, unable to comprehend speech, that we can call it as Wernicke's area. Next one is expressive, in this comprehend speech but cannot respond back with speech. This is called Broca's area. Next one is mixed in the sense combination of receptive and expressive. So both conditions we can see in these people. Some are having global aphasia, that means complete inability to understand speech or produce it. Next one is dysarthria, unable to speak clearly due to weak muscles. Alexia, loss of ability to read, doesn't understand the words. Next one is apraxia, people cannot do the voluntary movements even though their muscle function is normal. And next one is agraphia, it is called a loss of ability to write. Next one agnosia, doesn't recognize the person or object or sensation, they don't have sensation on their skin. Next one is dysphagia, unable to swallow because their muscles are so weak, so they cannot swallow the food or liquids. Hemianopia is only half object is seen. So if we place any object, they'll see only half of the objects because their vision will be lost either right side or left side. So those are the signs and symptoms we can see in this stroke person. And medical terms, if you write those by using medical terms, it will be very useful to you to write the competitive exams also. If you are unable to remember them, so these are all other signs and symptoms you can write in your exam, otherwise you can remember. It is trouble speaking, paralysis of face, arm or leg, problem seeing in one or both eye, headache and trouble in walking. So I'm going to continue this video in the next part. So for diagnosis, treatment and prevention, so that you can understand from starting to ending. So thank you.